Hello everybody, this is Blast. Here I am again on my Planet Zoo Chester Zoo build. We're starting off here at the tiger enclosure, but today's build isn't about the tigers, even though they're up there somewhere. It's about the building that's a little bit further down the pathway. So there's still a lot of work to be done in this area. Obviously this building needs doing. There's another enclosure up here, and there's an enclosure here. But today we're going to go up the path a little bit further, and we're going to go through this lovely little rope doorway thing here and into what is now it's the Sun Bear Enclosure. Now I know we haven't got sun bears in the game, but we do have sun bears at Chester Zoo, and this is the enclosure for them. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick look around this, and then I'll show you a top-down view of it and some of the features. So we have custom built some bins, and as you can see there is a real bin underneath there, so that's a pretty fair approximation of the bins in this part of the zoo, and that's usable. We have a wall here which has different aspects of jungle life and things like that. And it's in a strange little cabinet thing that can be locked, which is odd, but there you go. I do like this area. It's a nice area. It's got some drapery hanging down. It's got some lights and these funny beams that are held up by these funny plank things. This is one of my favourite bits of the area just here. It's a little bit of walkway that you can go on to get out towards the front of the enclosure. As I said, there are no sun bear in game yet, even though that is one of the animals that I have seen some evidence of perhaps coming to the game in the future, whether that's near future or far future. I don't know. Although I think Frontier have announced that they are doing some sort of Christmas DLC or Christmas patch or something. There's something coming, I think, in December. So yeah, so there's this bit which is pretty cool. There are, as I said, no sun bears in here, but we do have some Formosan bears actually in the exhibit. But in real life, they're not. They're sun bears. So as we go further into the building, there's an indoor enclosure bit here, which in real life has some small openings in the side for the animals to get into the two sides of the outdoor enclosures. In this particular build, in order to fit it all in, they've gone through the back. There is a door at the back here with a mesh on it, but there you go. So that's the indoor area. Obviously the fence needs repairing, but that's not me, that's one of my mechanics. I promise you there are some bears in here. There's a little concrete bit here and a bit of a kind of fake stream type thing going off there. And there's a little den in each side of the enclosure, and out we go through the rope. Now, as I said, this all needs developing. There's a lot more work to be done here, so let's now go to a top-down view of the enclosure. So this is the entire enclosure. So what we've got is the tigers over here, with the path that goes underneath. That's the tiger enclosure, all this. And this is the Sun Bear exhibit in Chester Zoo. So it comprises of two outdoor areas, an indoor area, and then the public walkthrough area, which we've just walked through. Let's just take you around the exhibit a little bit more. We do have quite a nice little entrance here with wooden beams and a corrugated roof on it. As I said, the doorways in the real one are a lot smaller, but obviously the game has some limitations. This is the second part of the walkthrough that we've just done. So we looked out through these windows. There is a concrete area there, and that's, as I said, there's a kind of pathway runs down this way. And that's pretty much that for that side of things. I'll take you through here. Let's go through the enclosure bit. So the keepers can get in and out through a door here, and obviously they can get through to this side and then through to that side. This is the back of where I said that's the indoor part of things, and the animals can come out and go into either side of the exhibit from here. In real life there are small doors in these walls which we couldn't really replicate in game. We could replicate them, the animals wouldn't be able to get through them. That's the entrance. I'll show you that in a sec. We'll show you the staff walkways around the back. There's a drop here underneath the window. So this is, as I said, this is probably my favourite part of it. It actually juts out, and we've managed to put pathways in underneath the concrete there. So the public, if they could get to this part of the zoo, which they can't at the moment, they'd be able to walk all the way up to this fence line. There you go. This enclosure has, again, there's a den. This one is accessible by the bears in here. And then there's just generally some climbing equipment. There's quite a lot actually in this part of it. And there's some rocks, lots of trees, lots of climbable things, and all the usual toys and enrichment items that you get with this sort of enclosure. There you go. So that's that. And again, quick overview of the 3 sections to it. So I mentioned the outside area where the staff go. So we've put in the path down here. You can see we have a keeper down there. We've got 2 elusive bears. I have no idea where they are. In real life, it is more like a tarmac. I might put tarmac on this. The problem with it is it's on a slope, and if I put tarmac on at this level, at some point I'll have to drop it down, and that it doesn't really work in game. This is where the door is to get in. I'm sort of toying with the idea of putting a door on the outside here just to make it show up, but I don't know. I'm fairly happy with it. And this outside pathway goes all the way down here in real life and in game, and goes over towards the back of the tiger enclosure, which is over here. There you go. And all the buildings are here. As I've mentioned before, they will not be there when I've finished the game. That is just for the sake of getting the animals into the enclosures and making sure that the enclosures are being kept up to date and the animals are being fed and whatnot. In real life, this pathway comes down here. There's an area here with kind of a storage yard in real life, which I will be putting in game. And then the pathway comes round and then runs parallel to Flag Lane. So it runs down here, along here, and then goes up under the public pathway. So the road goes underneath here to this area, so the keepers can get to the back of this building and then into this enclosure and into this enclosure. And there's a big paved area here. And the public pathway goes over the top of it, so we're going to need to build a little bridge there, and then the public pathway goes around roughly where the brown area is there, and then the large monsoon building is here. So that gives you an idea of roughly where it is and what it looks like, and that's about all I really need to say about it. It's been, again, it's an interesting build. I love building this side of the zoo because it's been built brand new from scratch in the last few years. All the enclosures are very modern. They're interesting to look at and also to build. It was quite a challenging build in some areas around the windows and the drop here and things like that. And it's been very good. But that's it really. Sun Bear Enclosure. Invisible Formosan bears, but sun bears. Oh, there's one. There we go. There's a bear wandering about. So there you go. So hopefully, if we do get the sun bears into the game fairly soon, then I'll be able to come back and show you the sun bears in this enclosure, which will be fantastic. I don't know which bit I'm going to build next, but it will be part of this area. It may be I'll try and get this road in and try and do this. And I think these are tapirs. I'm not sure what's in here. But if I've got enough photographs, we'll do something around there. If not, we'll be building around this bit, which is it's kind of an aviary area. Oh, I wonder actually, is that the walkthrough aviary? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, that's that. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you like the build. This will be part of version 1.9 when it gets released to the workshop. It isn't there yet. Don't go looking for it. We've currently got 1.8, which doesn't include any of this area. And that's it. Like I said, I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. My name is Backblast. I'll catch you next time.